fuck you doing?
Remember that name? Good Pizza with 3 Z's, baby. 3 Z's.
Check this out. This week we got a very special guest. The homie Terp Mansion came through to share his story with us. You guys aren't gonna believe how young this fella is and what he's been able to accomplish in a very, very short period of time, man. He's got a great team, a great operation. They put out some of the best mixed light deps you'll ever see. Guys, check this out, man. You're gonna love this episode. Peace, love, good pizza. We'll see you on the show. Luke, thanks for coming out, man.
Hell yeah, bro.
Appreciate you taking the trip, man.
For sure.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Now I owe you a trip.
Yeah, you do.
Yes,
for
sir.
Sure.
Yes,
for
sir.
Sure. It's hard to get up to Humboldt, but you know,
Yeah,
you'll make
man.
it up there.
You know what? You'll be my first trip.
There we go. I'll hold you to that.
I will be, bro. and we're on camera. Everybody's witnessing this.
Yeah.
I'm going Humboldt for my first time. You know what's crazy, bro? I've been here 6 years and I still haven't been to Humboldt.
Wow.
That's kind of goofy.
Yeah.
That's kind of
cut that. You might want to.
Yeah,
cut
we're
that
gonna
one.
cut that. I might catch some heat for that. Nah, and I blame it on Grass Valley in Nevada City. Shout out to the Ridge. Shout out to GV. They just cut me off every time I go up, bro. They had everything I needed. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. For sure.
You know, it is what it is. But let's talk about you, sir. Let's talk about, before we get into the weed and Terp Mansion and all the amazing things you're doing now, let's take it to the story behind the story. You know, where'd you grow up? What was the childhood like, right?
Cool. Yeah. I grew up in the Bay, Petaluma.
Okay.
I was born on the East Coast, New Hampshire.
Oh,
so
shit.
I moved out to Petaluma when I was 4.
Okay.
My whole family's on the East Coast, but I grew up in the Bay, North
Nice.
Bay. I just, I moved up to Humboldt in 2012, so that was like 10 years ago for school.
Nice.
Or 12 years ago now for school, and just went up, not expecting to be in cannabis, just like was always like a good student. My
Sure.
mom always like pushed me to I'd do my homework before I was allowed to play.
Yeah, right,
Like,
right.
I always had good
So you were on it.
grades. Wanted to go to school for business.
Same.
Chose Humboldt because of like I remember going down to San Diego, and I was going to go to San Diego State, seeing like bars on the snack machines and like sitting in traffic for like 3 hours, So I was like, I'm not going here. Went to Humboldt, and it was like, super chill, smaller class sizes, and just like more my vibe. I could get my own apartment, instead of like living on the dorms. So like then summer I wouldn't have to go back to
Tight.
so I could just like move out. So I moved out, went up there. Just studied business and economics.
Nice. What was the party scene like that up there?
Oh, it was pretty good. I'd probably say San Diego State would have been better for that.
Yeah,
but that's not really as much of my vibe, anyway.
No doubt.
So, Humboldt.
What were you into in like high school, bro? Like, what was it like in Petaluma? You were doing sports, skateboarding.
Yeah.
Like, what was your thing?
I was tough in sports: baseball, football, swimming. Were my 3 sports. I grew up when I was 5. I started swimming first. So like,
Nice.
lot of that. I actually traveled for swimming. I went to like Canada for the Junior Olympics for swimming.
Holy shit.
So swimming was my
Nice.
thing. I do like the long distance freestyle or the breaststroke. That was
There
my
you go.
shit.
Hell
yeah.
Hell yeah. Did that keep you out of trouble? Doing a lot of sports and shit?
Yeah, I had to stay super busy to stay out of trouble because I would get in trouble when I was not busy, for sure.
Yeah.
Like my mom was always trying to put me in tons of stuff.
Yeah.
I got away with tons of stuff because I got like good grades and stuff,
Sure.
Like I had a best friend, lived across the street from me. We'd get in trouble all the time. He just didn't have like the grades or the sports, and like he would get sent home for stuff that they would keep me in school for.
Oh, no shit, bro.
Like for sure.
Damn.
So I definitely got away with more stuff being like, I was like always in the AP classes and stuff,
no shit.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
for sure.
Nice.
For sure. But still I would like, smoke weed and at lunch and come back and just like
Crush
bang
it.
out history class or
Hell
something,
yeah.
for sure. I was always the one in the front of the class like answering all the questions.
Okay.
Even if I didn't know the answer, I'd just be like,
Everybody loved you.
yeah.
So, okay, that brings me to my next question. So I heard you smoking weed in high school. How old were you? And
When I
care to share the first time?
Yeah, I started, I smoked for the first time in 7th grade.
Okay.
I remember hiding in a bush with a friend named Gretchen and Shelly.
Shout out.
Yeah, she like stole the weed from her dad or something,
Let's
you
go.
know, and like I remember not getting high and like, you know, after
First time to
you
get
know,
high,
yeah,
got
yeah.
you.
So then I didn't really try it again till like 9th grade. I probably didn't even, I didn't know what I was doing. Dude.
We
I was
didn't inhale,
7th
bro.
grade,
We didn't know how to inhale,
Like,
dude.
and people in 7th grade, we were like, you know, we were probably the only ones in 7th grade that did that in our
For
school,
sure.
you know. So yeah, then 9th grade is when I really started like smoking, you know, freshman year of high school.
For sure.
And then by sophomore year, I was pretty much smoking every day.
Nice.
For me, it just like would like
How did it help you? Like, how, what,
it would
what
just
made
make
you,
me
like,
focus. Like I always
no,
like it would
shit.
help me focus. To this day, it helps me focus. Like when I have so much like
Nice.
going on, I could smoke a joint, sit down, and like do the one project that I need to get done that day or whatever.
Nice,
you know,
dude. It's
yeah,
a little bit
it's
of the
always-
opposite for me.
Yeah,
I gotta get focused, then I smoke.
got it.
Like I could get into a flow state when I'm smoking, but it's just like I can't over smoke.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, we have so many moving pieces now. I feel like when I don't smoke, it's hard for me to focus on one.
Oh
thing,
wow.
You know.
No shit.
So,
Slows you down a little bit so
yeah,
you can focus.
yeah,
I dig that.
for sure.
Yeah, nice, man. Cool, man. So high school sounded good, man. You made it through there. College was cool. After college, like, or when did you get into like? So you're up at Humboldt, right? So what introduced you to like the weed game?
Pretty much just, I mean, at that time, it was like so many people were in it, getting into it, doing really good off of it in Humboldt, you know? Like
Circa what years was this?
2012 is when I moved to Humboldt.
Okay.
So like between like 2012, 2013, I was like starting to meet people. I met,
Gotcha.
the first group of people I met that were kind of in the industry was the glass people.
Okay.
Like, there was a glass shop that I would go to, and then like lots of farmers would go there. I met a lot of people through that
Nice.
whole thing, and then yeah, just like slowly went from there. You know, moved behind a buddy Sam from Soilscape Solutions. He owns a big fertilizer company in Humboldt.
Okay.
He had just started his company then, so I just like, you know, met I guess the right people and.
Good shit, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. I was always like making a little bit of oil and stuff, like starting end of high school and like stuff like that. So
Really?
you know, yeah, for
Okay.
sure. Oh yeah, and
How are you making oil? Blasting?
oh yeah, like you
Okay.
know, old school.
Yeah, open blast?
Fucking open
Let's
blast.
go.
Like before we even purged the shit. You know, like way back in the day, we used to like
Oh, yeah.
make water hash and like press like little stars out and like sell those to
Tight,
people in high
bro.
school. In high school though, like I would get in trouble, and the only thing I really got in trouble for, and I went to juvie for, was selling weed. I went to juvie
Yeah,
for
you
5
got-
fucking
you got
days.
knocked, bro?
Yeah, 5
Oh,
days, bro,
shit.
for selling weed. So
Left that out.
yeah, that
Oh,
was that's,
shit.
that might be a first that people have heard, but yes, 5 days. Yeah, so
Okay, so you've
started
been
that
dabbling.
stuff early. Yeah, just I was doing it for myself at first, just because I
Okay.
like getting stoned, you know.
Tight.
And then it's like slowly started selling it in high school and up until, you know, I'd do like my little trips back once I lived in Humboldt.
I'm about to say, I was
year,
waiting for that.
you know.
Waiting for that. I was like, when did that start happening?
You know, but really, it was started to do like the oil thing, and back then oils were so much money, you know.
Yeah, they
like
were.
and it was a
They
new
were.
thing, so like I got a lot of opportunities to partner with like older heads because, you know, the oil was worth so much. It was worth them bringing in someone to get part of their
Sure.
grow because, dude, we were selling shatter for, you know, like it was ridiculous. You know, it was ridiculous. So, yeah,
Shatter was over 50 a gram back then.
dude, it was like, yeah, we were selling pounds for like 7 to 10 grand.
Hey, you could produce so much shatter.
So
off
much
fucking-
off of nothing, literally off of nothing.
Off of garbage.
Exactly.
Yeah, fucking trim. Were you
Yeah.
running trim and shit?
Uh-huh. Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then I eventually got like the third. I remember I had the stamp on the bottom, number 3,
Ooh.
the third Bogart closed loop system that ever came out.
Oh,
Like
damn.
the chopper stopper thing, like
Yeah.
way back. You
Yeah.
know? Yeah.
So you started, what year did you start rocking closed loop?
I'd say like 2014,
Okay.
maybe even
Nice.
13, somewhere around then.
Tight,
14
bro.
probably.
That's fucking interesting, bro. So all right, so I didn't know that you hopped in on the oil side of things, man.
Yeah.
So when did you start cultivating, bro? Like when was it like, you know what, man, I just started.
So
You
my
start
first
producing.
grow was one light in my attic at my mom's house when I was like
Let's go.
17.
Oh, okay.
You know, first run like was not like
So, okay, so this is before Humboldt.
before Humboldt.
Nice.
Yeah. And it was just because like it was, you know, I knew it wasn't going to be like as good as anything I was buying. It was fucking in an attic in like a tiny little space. Just it was like more of like a hobby and kind of just like fun, you know. First run I completely threw away. Second run I had somewhat smokable stuff. But yeah, that's where I started.
When you first started, it's the best thing ever.
Yeah,
so
one light. Going to like literally pretending I was growing tomatoes for a high school project. Just because I was like tripping, you know. I was like 16 in a little hydro store. Yeah. You know. Like,
for sure. For sure, bro. I mean, back then, that's what you had to say.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Tomatoes,
That is what you had to say.
Tomatoes, bro.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Damn, okay.
Yeah.
So then it progressed to... When did it, like, did you wait till after college? So, let's talk about that. So after college, right? Did you get your degree? Did you finish?
I did. I got my degree in economics.
Congrats.
And I got my master's in strategic sustainability.
What did you think you were going to do? Because we all thought we were going to do something in college. I went to school for business management as well.
Well, in high school, I wanted to...
Here we are.
So the third school I applied for was the Culinary Institute of America because I always wanted to be a chef, bro. Yeah, so...
I like that.
Like last minute, I like made the change of not doing that to do the business economics.
Okay.
So I always thought I was going to just cook. I have lots of family that does that.
No doubt.
You know, in my family.
Same here.
So that's what I thought I was going to do.
It's so funny,
and
man.
then just like last minute switched. Yeah.
Now, when you say last minute, do you mean like at the end of your senior year or like before you started going to college?
Like senior year, yeah.
Ooh,
I like
you
switched like
senior year?
Yeah. I remember I had an
economics.
economics teacher. I forget his last name because he told us to just call him Todd.
Okay.
Like, I totally forget his last name. It was like the only teacher ever where you're not like Mr. or Mrs. You know.
Sure.
And like, dude, he like changed. Like, I loved that class. It was an economics class, econ. I loved it so much that I was like, I need to like, this is what I want to do. So I changed senior year.
Savage, bro.
Yeah.
How much longer do you have to do?
How much longer? What do you mean?
In school.
I graduated, or I'm done with school.
No. So you switched majors senior year. How many more years did it take for you to graduate?
Oh no, I switched senior year of high school. I switched what I wanted
high
to
school.
do.
My bad, guys.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I switched what I wanted to do last minute in high school.
Got it.
Yeah,
okay.
And then went up and did that.
No doubt.
That whole thing.
Solid, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, so that leads us to after college. What happens after college? Like, what was the move?
Well, I was already working in college, so like I almost didn't even get my master's because I'd already like bought my property and kind of like knew what I was like wanting to do. I'm glad I did my master's. I learned a lot in that with like team building and stuff like that. But you know, like I would like freshman and sophomore year of college, I would leave class. I had a house that was really close freshman year to college. I would leave class. To go to the bathroom, you know, and go and flip patties in my fucking oven to make, you know, because if you weren't flipping patties enough of the shatter, it would butter out. Back then, people didn't want butter. It had to be like glossy, whatever. So, bro, I would literally leave class and flip patties and come back to class.
Wow.
Like I would wake up at like 3, 4 in the morning and to blast because I had school all day.
Sure.
You know, so like.
Dedication.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I would leave class.
Damn, bro. A little different from my college experience.
Yeah.
I was in Jersey flipping fucking 20s of fucking piff out of my dorm room.
Yeah.
So we're on the back end of the fucking process. You guys are fucking, you're skipping class flipping patties, bro. It's fucking classic California moves, bro.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And then like sophomore year college, I took, I made it so I stacked all my classes Tuesdays and Thursdays because I got this spot.
Smart.
I got this spot in Alder Point out up Rancho Sequoia, and you know, I got in because it was a 3-way split. I got 33% because of my whole oil thing. You know, like I came in, the landowner got his 33%. My older buddy B Brian, he now lives in Maine, cultivates in Maine. He got his 33%, and then I got mine from the oil thing, and that's where like I started to learn like real you know really cultivation.
Okay. Nice.
And you know, I like built out my like Tacoma to like, cause you know that's Murder Mountain. I don't know if you've heard of, you know.
Very well.
That is the road, you know. So like I built out my Tacoma Intense to drive up there as fast as I fucking could. Because we were like the last property on that road.
Oh shit.
What's up, guys? Just want to take a quick second to shout out my sponsor, Golden State Labs, a legacy cannabis brand founded in 2012. Craft cannabis made with love, globally enjoyed. You can find Golden State Labs in the States, UK, Scotland, Germany, Spain, Amsterdam, Austria, and Australia. If you see Golden State Labs out there in the wild, you know it's some fire, grab that ASAP. We'll see y'all back on the show.
Yeah, it was just like, you know, it was a diesel generator, big indoor, outdoor during the season.
Yeah.
Ran all the extraction out there.
Okay.
And then would just commute to class like Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Fire. Fuck yeah, dude. What a system. So you're doing this in college, bro. That's
Yeah,
great.
in college. I would go literally
That's
to
great.
the cashier's department or whatever. Every time I had to pay them in 20s. Every time. They'd be like, this, you know.
Yeah.
Like, you know, people that don't count cash and how slow they do it?
Oh, bro, they don't count 20s
You know,
with
they're
fives.
just like...
They're not counting 50
Dude,
to
it was like
1,000.
always
Yeah.
the funniest
They're
thing
like
ever.
20,
and they're just
40,
always like
60.
so surprised. But yeah, I would just go in there. HSU's not that expensive. It's not, you know...
Yeah.
It's not like a... like San Diego State would have been.
Yeah.
But still, like...
What were we paying a semester there?
I want to say it was like $5,000, but
Same.
then my master's was like was a lot. The
Yeah,
master's
sure.
was like 20.
Sure. 20 a
So,
semester.
yeah, or something like that. Yeah.
Good
But
for you, man.
yeah.
For going through with that, man. That's what's up, bro.
I miss school. Fuck, dude, school. I love it. You know,
So fun,
learning,
bro.
bro. Learning's my thing. I love that.
Oh, I love that, man.
Yeah, yeah.
That's great,
For
bro.
sure.
We'll never stop learning, bro. I just based off our conversation so far, I'm pretty sure you're a seeker of knowledge and always on the quest for more knowledge, which I am
Definitely.
too, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't learning, you dying, bro. It's a law of nature.
Yeah,
If
definitely.
you
I agree
ain't
with
growing, you
that.
dying.
I agree with
You
that.
grow plants, right? If they're
Oh,
not
yeah.
growing, they're dying.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing with us, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope, man. So you're okay. So this guy's fucking rocking and rolling. He's in college. You got your first spot, 33. What happens after that?
We did that spot for like a year and a half, and then I kind of went off on my own. I got a spot in Trinidad, did some indoor stuff.
Okay.
Got another house in Trinidad to add it to the indoor, and then like legalization, you know, kind of was like coming. I don't know if you ever heard of the company Emerald Family Farms way back in the day.
Sounds familiar. Sounds very
So I
familiar.
like started making oil for them. They bought the mill site out in Willow Creek, which is where I have property now. So they bought the mill site out in Willow Creek. It was the first like big legal 8-acre grow in like
Okay.
2016, 17, like huge for back then. And just like processed for them, you know. Had a bunch of good buddies that were in it. They're still good friends, but you know, they like I learned a lot of like they kind of tried to get too big too quick.
Gotcha.
Tried to bring in investment and stuff like that, and then just like flopped, you know,
Damn.
basically. To where if they just like kept going, you know, I owned like 5%. It wasn't like,
Okay.
you know, and I was still like slowly building my own stuff.
Sure.
But definitely learned a lot of like, I don't know, what not to do, I guess.
Well, that's, yeah, that's a
Or
valuable
just like,
lesson.
you know, so many cooks in the kitchen, trying to expand too fast.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
That's good you were able to learn that with, I call it OPMs, other people's money. Because you had a small stake in there, and you can just literally watch this whole thing unfold and watch all the
Yeah,
mistakes
yeah.
and be like, well, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
And I have my
Well, it was
spot.
definitely my money too, because my percentages came from them owing me money.
Oh,
You know what I
okay.
mean?
Well,
Like
never
I was
mind,
slowly
folks.
getting percentage of because they owed me money. For
Even
sure.
bigger of a lesson
for
when your
sure.
money's involved.
But also, I wouldn't change it for the world because I met so many good people that like I've made money with since, and yeah, I might have lost money
It's all
with
relevant,
that
bro.
whole thing, but like you know,
That's all very relevant, my friend.
I wouldn't change it. I learned a ton.
Of course, man.
So yeah,
That's good, bro. Good shit. And it seems like, you know, anytime you were rocking with somebody, you were building your own thing on the side too. You
yeah,
always had something going for yourself too. It's solid, bro.
yeah, and they would always be like, "Oh, we're gonna have like a, 10 acres of these gutter connect greenhouses. We're like, why are you doing your own thing? You know?" I was just like, yeah, 'cause it's like,
Just in case.
yeah, I'm definitely glad I did. I bought my property originally before the laws were written.
Is that right?
It was the laws were written at the end of 2016. In
Yep.
2016, I got my property at the beginning of that year, my first property I ever bought. And it just like so happened that like, because I was going to run the mill in Willow Creek, that spot for them, all those main guys were opening up all these things in other places, you know, Oregon farms. They were getting into hemp. They were doing so much. So I was just like running what was making us money.
Sure.
You know, and then the laws were written, and I was like, oh shit, I can do 5,000 square foot of mixed light in my front yard, like, because I have ag land.
Front yard.
You know,
nice.
most properties are TPZ, timber preserve. So like they were locked into what they were allowed, what they pre-existingly had. But like my spot is so close to the center of Willow Creek, it's like ag land, flat, zoned to like, you know, that's why I can do everything that I have now with like the micro business and the indoor and like all that. But all that stuff, like back then, if I had applied for that, they'd have been like, you're fucking crazy. You know, it's like 2016, I was allowed something. Then they slowly loosened up in Humboldt, you know, to where then I was allowed to indoor because I had a pre-existing barn.
Nice.
Which, you know, they didn't want you to build a new indoor, but if you had a pre-existing structure,
sick.
you could put an indoor in it. So then I did that up until like they wrote Humboldt, the 2.0 laws, to where I could, I found out I could apply for a micro business, which literally allowed me to like vertically integrate, you know, to what I have now.
Move, bro.
And even have like retail. So like I have a farm-based retail from my spot.
Yeah, tell me a little about that and tell the people, like, so they know the mechanics of how
Yeah.
that works.
So farm-based retail, they put this provision in Humboldt for people that could, you know, you'd have to have the distro and like all the infrastructure, the van, up and, you know, handicap parking, like everything. But if you have all this, you can do a retail permit where you deliver from your farm to, you know, anyone in the county. I actually even have, you can have an on-site, like we do little dinners and stuff where we have our little on-site retail shop as part of our processing building, you know.
Dude.
But it was kind of just like something no one, you know, we're in Humboldt. It's kind of rural. It's like not something that people would like jump after, I feel like.
Yeah.
But I mean, even us, like we have to drive from Willow Creek to the coast on the delivery days. That's 45 minutes each way. You know, it's a long drive. But, you know, we can offer products at a way better price than dispensaries. We're not taking a product and timing the price by 2.5. You know, we're
so
able to like hook up. It's like, you know, back in the day when we had all those events before legalization, when you like could meet your customers at a booth and like sell them weed.
Yeah.
It's like, so once they meet you and sell it, and like, it's just like more of an experience and like they're customers for life, you know.
Absolutely.
Plus you're just giving them better product at a better deal. It's really fresh. It's not sitting at a
super fresh.
Like it's literally super fresh, which is probably one of the most important things.
If not the.
Yeah.
You know.
So
besides the price.
Yeah.
Freshness.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. How's your volume?
It's pretty good. We do like, you know, we deliver Tuesdays and Fridays. We take orders any day, and then, you know, deliver Tuesdays and Fridays.
So everybody knows the deal. Just put in your orders. There's going to be either.
And we drop either Tuesday or Friday. So if you, you know, if you order Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you get it Friday. If you order Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, you get it Tuesday.
That's cool, man.
And we do good for sure. Like they're
steady.
Yeah, they're steady. You know, we'll do like 10 to 20 orders. People like, we do deals on ounces. If you like buy your max, what you're allowed to buy, you know. We have like.
Hell yeah.
A loyalty system. The one thing that we find is, you know, it's hard to market that, right? So like I can't put retail or sales or anything on my Instagram. We had a billboard for a while. We do like radio ads, local radio ads, you know. But when we get someone, once someone finds out about us and starts buying from us, they like don't stop, you know.
Nice.
Because like, you know, we're just constantly hooking up the people via retail.
Dude, it's just like. It's kind of like how it used to be. You get it right from the farm, direct from the farm. Like you are fucking farm direct to the consumer, bro.
And I just want to like do it to like change people's fucking, like we hook people up so much to where even like my director of operations, he's like, bro, we should be charging more. Like, you know, we're dropping off half ounces for like, you know.
How much?
Dude, we'll do ounce deals between like 100 and 160 depending like what it is. For mixed light, you know, indoor up to like 160, man. which, you know, a dispensary would charge you like 400 or like I don't even know how much it would be.
Bro,
like for primo like smoke super white
65,
ash
8,
fucking
70 and 8,
you know. So
480,
yeah.
Fucking dude, 500,
yeah. And we do tax all included in that price too. So it's like
that's such a win, bro.
For sure.
Hell yeah.
For sure. Like it's just like slightly above wholesale. What we wholesale stuff to dispensaries for, you know. So we're getting a little extra to cover like costs and like, you know,
pay your drivers,
but we're hooking up people that, you know, especially because we're in Humboldt, like there's weed everywhere. So it's like, You know.
Yeah, don't be that guy.
Don't be
Your
that
shit's gonna
guy.
sit, dude.
Yeah, don't be that guy. Plus, we're turning over stuff so fast. We harvest mixed lights every month.
Nice.
You know, so
How much are you guys harvest in a month?
at my spot, just like Terp Mansion depends what mix light I pull down. If I pull down the mini banger, it's like 100 to 150 pounds.
Every week?
Every month.
Every month. Sorry, every month.
So I have three mix lights at
Okay.
my spot. One comes down every month.
Gotcha.
It's a cycle. So
Gotcha.
mini banger, you know, January 100, 150.
Cool.
Rosin Wrangler, February is like 2 to 3. Spaceship.
Regular.
Yeah, we named all
yeah,
our
I
spots,
love
bro.
it. Keep going,
yeah. And then the spaceship is like, you know, 3 to 450, and each month one of them comes down.
Cool.
Yeah, and the cycle's super important because like I only have enough drying. I can't pull down 2 greenhouses at once.
Right.
My drying
Not
space
enough dry
isn't big
space.
enough. You know, like we're a micro business, so I'm limited to 10,000 square foot. Not of canopy, of like full on like in my operation of like structure. So the processing building's included under that, you know. Yeah. So, but I also, obviously I can pull in stuff from my other permits and process it at my micro business.
Okay.
So like all my other farms, those permits, I can pull that in and process it under my micro business distribution.
Okay.
But that micro business permit only covers that 10,000 square foot there. So I have to hold other permits.
Okay.
Still, you know what I mean? Because obviously I have a lot more canopy than fucking 10,000 square feet.
Dude, Jesus.
So,
It's a lot, bro.
Yeah.
So let's keep up with it. So the what was the first greenhouse you made reference to?
The mini banger.
The mini banger.
Because
So
it's okay.
tell me about the mini banger.
So it's
And why is it called the mini banger?
It's 1,500 square feet.
All right.
1,000 square feet of canopy. It's got 35 lights in it, which is like maxed out on lights. It's 25 watts per meter squared.
Yeah.
And we call it the mini banger because, dude, I think pretty much anyone that's been growing for a long time, especially as you size up, the smaller spaces, just like there's no like different climates, you know, like you get into these bigger spaces and like by the wet wall it's a little colder, or like these massive indoors where like there's zone, you know.
Yeah, there's zone. Yeah.
So the mini banger is just perfect. Like from corner to corner, shit, you know, bangs out weight. We get our like
nice.
For a mixed light, we get our largest yield per plant in the mini banger.
Nice, dude.
So it's the mini banger.
I know what so I could probably figure out the other two, the resin ranch,
Rosin Wrangler.
Rosin Wrangler.
Yeah.
That's what you're using for rosin
For
production,
rosin,
right?
and that's because I ran out of power. So that greenhouse has less lights than all the others. The indoors maxed out, spaceships maxed out, mini bangers maxed out. Rosin Wrangler ran out of lights, so like in the winter, I'm pulling all that for hash.
Got it.
I only have 45 lights in that over 3,000 square foot of canopy.
Okay.
Should be like 100, you know.
Oh, no shit.
But
Okay.
I'm waiting for another power drop
3,000.
from PG&E.
And then the spaceship I've seen on Instagram that needs no explanation.
The
That
spaceship is the
motherfucker's
spaceship.
just goddamn spaceship, bro.
for sure. It was the first next gen ever built in Humboldt. Just getting the thing built, like going through the building department, was like harder than my master's thesis. Like, bro, they've never seen anything like that in their like ever.
Is
you
that
know?
the one of its kind there?
There's more now. There's a few more now. There's only a couple. But mine is fully decked out. Like it has all the state of the art stuff in it. Heated benches, even the new LED lights
dude.
from Fos. Mine is a weather station. Mine has every single bell and whistle.
Fire.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like you didn't shortchange yourself any expenses on that one. That one's just cool to fucking look at, folks. Go to my boy's page and check that out.
That's the thing. The greenhouses next door, they have all the same interior equipment as the spaceship, right? Mini banger, rosin wrangler, short on lights. The weed comes out exactly the same, but the spaceship, it holds heat better. It's got polycarbonate walls, you know. And then, bro, for marketing and just pictures, that shit looks, it's just beautiful,
nuts.
you know. Like,
you just look at that thing.
Yeah.
And the sunset,
It's
fucking lights are coming on,
Mm-hmm.
dude. I seen it not too long ago. I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
For sure.
And like a bunch of my friends have been up to, like Caleb and Vanessa from the stage. Like I've been watching them go up. That's kind of like how I like. No, I knew about you. I knew the name, but like I just kind of taking a peek into your world. Like when they're doing their videos up there, and I seen you chefing shit up on that dope little outdoor grill.
For sure,
I'm like, I fucking like this guy. I can hang out with this guy. And fucking weed and cooking and shit. And beautiful farm. I was like, I gotta get up there and check this guy out.
For
dude.
sure. Yeah, they come up. We do a dinner event every year. We do like a a 6-course dinner pairing.
What?
Sell 50 tickets, and Caleb and Vanessa always come.
Oh, let me know, dude.
Yeah,
I'd love to be a part of
for
that,
sure.
man.
It's huge.
That'd be so
it's
cool.
We
man.
do 1 or 2 a year. We're gonna do 2 this year.
Nice.
We
bro.
set up a big square table under my walnut tree. Hire like a super fun, really high end chef. Last time we did like a seafood one. This time, I mean, we'll do something different every time.
Beautiful.
We were doing like caviar and like, dude, we do
Sick.
crazy, and the chef will cook on that big ass outdoor grill for everyone. We have servers come plate it and, bring it out
Nice.
1 course at a time. We do like a tour as part of it. Yeah. It's pretty
awesome,
sick.
man.
Yeah.
Hey, Ruben, we're going, bro.
Yeah.
We're going.
Yeah.
You missed it.
That was one thing that was crazy to get permitted. Like the county, I came to the county. I was like, I want to do tours,
Yeah,
and like
man.
when I applied for my micro business permit, they were like, I wanted to do everything at my spot, manufacturing,
Right.
Everything but volatile extraction, like BHO and stuff, and edibles. So I applied for everything. Right. Once I was already approved for the cultivation of mixed light and indoor.
Okay.
So the county was like, you have to go in front of a board of supervisors. It's like 6 or 7 of them that literally vote on your future of your business.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So like
Jesus.
they're so perplexed about me wanting to do tours
Why?
that they didn't even talk about me manufacturing like making hash at my house, having distro at my house. Like, bro, like they were so like for an hour
Perplexed
they're
in a
talking
good
about
way
how
or a bad way?
well, I thought they would be tripping that I want to make hash at my house. I want to have distro at my house.
Yeah.
Because like Terp Mansion is my house. Like my
Yeah,
house
no
is there.
doubt.
You know
That's
what I mean?
fucking nuts.
So they were so like all over like how these tours would work.
Okay.
That they didn't even brush over all this other stuff that I thought would be like, they'd be like, no,
Fail, yeah.
or like whatever.
What's up, pizza fam? It's your boy JP, Good Pizza. Check this out. I'm getting a lot of questions on where I can find the fire Good Pizza. Check this out. We got you covered. We're in NorCal, SoCal, Central Valley, San Diego. We got you covered on the slices. Peep the list. Go check out the shop. Tell them Good Pizza sent you. Peace, love, Good Pizza.
And then, after an hour of them talking about the tours, they're like, I got a unanimous yes.
Oh, cool.
Because, Humboldt, they should want that, like tours, like
Yeah,
bringing in
dude.
people to fun. Like,
Need people
it's
up
what
there,
we
that
have that's
economy.
different than a lot of other places,
Yeah.
You're not coming to like a fenced off area that's just like an industrial park with a grow.
Sure.
You're coming to like a beautiful place in the mountains
Yeah,
with like
man.
where, the garden's built around like, it's built in the best place where it would be good for the, you're not going to just knock a bunch of trees down. You're going to do it on this flat. So like, it's all nice,
Yeah,
it's like
sure.
different.
Sure.
Yeah. So they were
Fuck,
so
cool.
blown away that they didn't even talk about all the other stuff.
It's almost like a pro tip. If you're going to go for your license, just throw some weird shit on there.
crazy shit out there.
They'll just fucking pass everything else.
Yeah, for
That's cool.
sure. For sure.
Nice, bro. Nice. That's exciting. Do you grow for any other companies? I would imagine so. People white labeling your stuff.
Yeah, we do quite a few.
Cool, man.
Some of the biggest ones would be like Green Thumb, the
Nice.
Green Thumb brand, all the
Wow.
stores in California.
Holy shit.
That's a really cool one. The whole team over there is so cool. Kim, Kenji, Malik, Chumpy, all those guys.
Like Kenji?
Kenji,
hell yeah.
I'll send them flour to their studio. He tries it with B. They pick out which ones they
Fire.
want, and then we package it at my house. Literally, I got the Green Thumb bags at my house.
Oh, sick.
We package them there and then ship it to Nabis, and then Nabis distros it to all their
easy.
their stores.
What a fucking...
Yeah, I have distro too, but it doesn't make sense to do like anything out of Humboldt,
No doubt.
unless they're really big orders. We
Sure.
just use Nabis for dispensary deliveries.
Yeah,
and stuff.
they got a good infrastructure for like statewide.
They do.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Papa's Herb is another one.
Oh, cool, man.
And a couple more. Yeah,
So Green Thumb's putting that in their bags?
in their bags. Yeah.
No shit. So it's none of that indoor anymore. It's your mixed light.
So they have a white bag, which is my deps. They have
Gotcha.
a green bag, which is my mix light, and they have a black bag, which is either my best mix light or my indoor.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah. And then we
Nice.
just did their hash holes. We do their infused pre-rolls.
Sick.
We do everything for them, Originally,
Bro, nice contract,
originally
dude.
they would get our flour and like ship it to someone who would do something with it, and then ship it to someone else who would do something with it. And like, like so many chains of
too
like,
much.
and then like eventually like all those places, failed and or just like couldn't, do it. And then I got my micro business. I was like, why don't we just do this all here?
Yeah,
Like
what
I
we
can
doing,
just do
guys?
it right here,
Yeah.
and then everything's fresh. It's like done so fast,
Yeah, man.
Like we
It's
literally
probably easy
trim
to
it,
sell.
test it right away, package it right away, and it's gone, like, right away.
Dude,
you know?
perfect.
You know, and we're turning over, like, I tell people all the time, instead of having one 10,000 square foot mix light, I have 10,000 square foot of canopy of mix light between my 3 greenhouses. Having those split up into 3 allows me to, like, always have fresh product.
Yeah.
Have a smaller team.
Yeah.
Turning over, you know, we're only harvesting 1 a month. Like, having the fresh product thing all the time is, like, such a game changer.
Oh, hell yeah.
You know, a lot of the big farms where they have weed from, like, October to December or October to January, and then, like, you know.
And then, oh, man.
It's just, like, hard to run a business on only selling weed for those 3 months.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or 4 months. Plus, just because, like, people.
And if you don't sell it in time.
And if you don't sell it in time, you're fucked. And just, like, in business, you don't want to have to worry about who you're getting this stuff from.
Yeah.
You know, like, companies that are buying from us, they just know we have it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, we know we're going to have
consistent.
new stuff all the time. It's not just, like, you know, because once you set up those relationships and networks, you can work on other stuff that's more important to expand, you know?
Yeah, sure.
You're not just sourcing flour all the time.
Right,
you know,
right.
you're just,
Which
like,
is a fucking job in itself.
It's a job, but, like, if you have the right stuff set up, it turns into, you know,
Yeah.
sourcing it is just smoking it real quick to make sure it's good enough for that.
Yeah, there you go.
Or whatever.
Just QCing. Just
Yeah,
gotta have
it's
your
just
QC game
QCing
on
it.
point.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stay in school, kids. I can see how your mind works, bro. Like you really see. You can see very far ahead. You can see. Oh, you have to for what you do. But, like, yeah,
You have to,
just
yeah.
saying, yeah, you've been doing this, bro. It's impressive to see how your operation works. And, dog, that's a fucking great account to have, man. Are they moving through a lot of shit?
They do.
Plowing through your work?
They
Nice.
do good. Yep, and they're expanding into new product lines. You know, we just did the first hash roll ever for them, so that was
Nice.
sick. That was super cool to
Fuck
be able
yeah.
to do that. You know, dude, I used to, like, walk onto campus in high school stoned as fuck listening to Cyber Cell, like Temples of Boom or some
It's
shit.
Temples of Boom.
So the fact that I get
Yeah.
to package that shit at my house is pretty fucking mind blowing. Like, it blows my mind sometimes.
Bro, it's so crazy.
stoked. Like, bucket list for sure.
Bucket list for
Bucket
sure,
list.
bro. Like, man, that shit is so dope, man. I'm trying to get B on the show. You already know. Be real if you're listening, bro. Come on. Come on, OG. It's like, yo, who didn't grow up on fucking Cypress Hill, dog? Like, I got suspended from school in 7th grade. There's a big weed bust, and I got popped. You know what I'm saying? And, like, I remember going home, and Temples of Boom just came out. I'm 12, bro.
Damn.
My mom's is working still. I didn't get, like, in trouble yet because my mom ain't home yet. So I just kept those couple little hours I had left of freedom.
Yeah.
Go smoke some more weed with the homies. And Temples of Boom was playing, bro. I remember that shit just dropped on a cassette tape. And I heard Illusions, and it just changed my life, bro. I'm like, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life.
That's what I'm saying.
You feel me?
That's what I'm
so
saying.
that's cool that you get to work with him, man.
Super cool. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, bro.
For sure.
So what other projects do you have in the works, bro? Like, what's next 5-10 years look like, bro?
This year, over the last couple of years, we've taken over, like, a couple other farms in our area.
Cool.
It's kind of just, like, growing our canopy, I guess, a little bit. Slowly, for sure, but, like, slowly taking over spots. There's just, you know, lots of opportunity out there for that.
And why is that? Because of, like, failed farms?
Just, like, failed farms. Lots of, like, you know, people that just didn't know what they were doing. Lots of, like, corporate people that tried to come in and, like, built something halfway or whatever, you know. Because, like, those are more of the ones we take over. We're not, like, taking over mom and pop farms. You know?
Cool.
We're taking over, like a corporate farm came in and thought they had all these dreams, and now there's, like, a huge asset sitting there that they'll sell for, like, 1/3 of the price. You know.
Nice.
So it's, like, kind of just, like, part of it. You know,
we knew that was gonna happen.
We knew that was going to happen. Maybe not to the extent of it how it is happening now.
Wow.
But
dropping like flies.
for sure. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. You know, definitely dropping like flies. But
Hey, it's good that you're in position.
it's just
to
like
be able to scoop
all,
those up,
you
man.
know, like I started my spot. I had an indoor, made money, built a greenhouse, you know, perfected that,
Yeah.
made money. Like all these big spots, they just like got all this money, you know? So like they couldn't perfect what they had. They didn't have to make money to expand. They just like threw out all this stuff and did all this stuff, you know? To where like, that's not how you learn to run a business, you know?
Yeah.
Like they just got a bunch of money, and getting that back is really hard. They started huge, you know? Like having 2 10-lighters right now and like a brand and just like harvesting 2 10-lighters, like you could do so much better than like someone that comes in and puts like a couple $1 million on a facility and grows hella weed.
Yeah.
You know, like my 10,000 square foot spot does more annually than the 4-acre outdoor numbers, just because it's so efficient. Like we're, you know, like people don't understand that, you know, it's like people, they want 5 greenhouses instead of the 3 they already have, putting rolling tables in them to make the square footage the same as if they had 5 greenhouses, because they have all these walkways or like whatever. You know, it's like got to perfect, like if you perfect what you have on a small level, you can
scale up more consciously, you know, and strategically. Yeah, wow.
And you can do numbers with some small shit.
For sure.
You know, you don't need some huge shit.
I mean, you got the banger. What's it called?
The mini banger,
the mini
baby.
Banger,
Yeah,
cranking,
dude, the mini
bro.
banger, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Like, yeah, you know, yeah.
That's dope, bro. That's dope. Oh, another thing I meant to compliment you on, and I know you kind of touched on it when we were talking about, you know, the annual or semi-annual dinners you have up there with the tours, like, you know, doing the weed tours, right? Like during the pandemic, you were doing that, right?
Yeah.
That's fucking brilliant, man.
Yeah.
How is that?
Dude,
how
we
is
did
the reaction? Like, are they coming up? They're paying for the tours? Like,
so the first year we did
vibe
those
like?
tours. I think COVID kind of helps because people were looking for new stuff to do, and it was outside, and like just
Perfect.
people were stoked, you know. I remember, I don't know if there was this album that DJ Khaled released where he's like, the album is live, and it like went super viral on his Instagram. I don't remember what album it was.
For sure.
So I got my permit for tours, and he like jumps in the pool and he's like saying it underwater. I have a pool at my spot, right? So I do the same thing. I'm like, tours are live. I jump in the pool and underwater, I'm like, tours are live. You can see me like saying it underwater.
Yeah, no doubt.
Bro, from that video, we got like the next day, we probably got like, it was at least like 300 emails, inquiries of like tours, you know? And we do like a general tour and a business tour. At that time, most people wanted the business tour, which is the expensive one, because everyone was building facilities.
Yeah.
You know, it was before like the whole market got like fucked, you know, so where people actually still had money to build facilities.
Yeah, no doubt.
And we're pulling in investments and stuff.
Sure.
So like, dude, we had so many people. We had people flying from all around the country to come do tours.
Shit,
yeah,
bro.
for sure.
So you got a nice little tour bag that
Oh
year.
yeah, for that first year especially. I mean,
yeah.
our business tours were $1,000 a ticket.
No shit.
$1,000 a ticket, and you was 4 to 5 hours with me, going through all of our SOPs, going through everything I used to feed, going through.
That's worth $1,000.
Going through the programming of my greenhouses, going through all that stuff, you know, and yeah, that's.
It's a very reasonable price. Times that by 300.
We had definitely had some big brands come up,
folks.
you know. We had some big facilities in this area send people up.
No shit.
Lots of places probably came.
I'm sure, bro.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
We had a lot of. It was super cool.
Yeah, you making noise up on the hill, bro. Like
yeah.
word travels, bro. Like, and we see your videos and we see those shiny fucking mixed light fugazis, bro.
Yeah, fugazis, those fakers,
you know
baby.
what I mean?
I was selling some. I have a small indoor 40 lights. I had someone come up, look at everything. He's like, all right, I'll give you, this for this, this for that. He had it mixed up. He thought the mixed lights were the indoor. He thought the indoor was the mixed light. I was like, bro, that's the mixed light. I'm just pointing this out to you because, and then of course it has to change. And it's like, why is it like that? That's one thing, like in cannabis, it's just like,
Hey, I don't understand that either, man.
Yeah, like, I think everyone's just always thought that indoor is better because it always looks better. And like, it's really hard to grow it's hard to grow fakers. Those mixed lights, like, bro, it's not set it and forget it like an indoor. Like you're in there, it grows, it's controlled based on the weather outside, So there's like so many more moving parts. It's a lot harder to make it look like that. But when you do it right, the mixed light, when I grow the same strains in my mixed light as I do in my indoor, the terpenes test a lot higher in the mixed light from the sun, obviously, right?
Yeah.
The hash yields a lot more from the mixed lights than the indoor. So there's like some things that like I feel like people don't, that because it's mixed light, it should be less. Also because how it is in cannabis, everyone fucking grows deps and calls it mixed lights.
Yeah. They have a nice run.
Yeah, they're like, have a nice run. These are mixed lights.
Yeah,
you're like, fuck, dude, you're ruining the game, bro.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's mixed lights and then there's fakers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. People all the time, they ask me, like, would you rather smoke the indoor or the mixed light? And that's not even a fair question because it's like batch specific.
There you go.
Could easily have a way better
Everything.
batch of indoor. Could easily have a way better batch of mixed light.
Yeah.
Like, it's literally batch specific. But I will say the best batch of mixed light versus the best batch of indoor, I'm smoking the mixed light.
No doubt.
You know?
And that is a very acceptable answer for this show. So
Yeah.
batch to batch, baby.
It's the best
That's how
batch.
we do it.
Yeah.
That's
you know?
how we do it, bro.
Yeah.
I love that. What advice would you give to somebody like in your, I'd say your position, your level in the cannabis industry where you're at? What would be some advice you would give them?
I'd say, like, I don't know, just make sure you're happy. Make sure, like, you know, I think my favorite thing is being able to choose who I get to work with.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
it
a
makes
blessing.
such a difference. Like, we don't have, like, you know, there's, like, no employee turnover in my shit. All my guys are my
shit.
guys from, you know, before legalization. I got people that have been with me for 7, 8, 9 years.
Wow. Says a lot about you as a leader.
Just, like, especially because, like, my spot is at my house, my main spot. If
Yeah.
I walk outside and the vibe sucks, it's like, dude, I don't want that. It's at my house.
Yeah, right?
You know? So it's, like, just being able to, like, you know, even if it is, like, paying someone more, like, if it's someone you want to work with, like, that's more important.
Yeah,
For sure.
definitely.
Like, creating that vibe, because you can only do so much. You can only do so much alone, and you can only do so
course.
much with a team that doesn't work well together.
Yeah, that's
But a team that does work well together, like, that's the most important
Yep.
thing. you
Nice,
know?
well-oiled machine.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's cool, bro. I dig that. So, what do you know that the industry should know? What you calling bullshit on out there in the cannabis world?
Well, definitely the mixed light indoor thing, that's for sure.
Let's talk about it. We could hammer that
That's
home all
for sure.
day.
I don't know. Just like, the batch thing too. It's like, you know, people will hate on someone, I guess, for a batch, and it's like, it's that batch, you know, or
Yeah.
people will love a batch, and it's like everything. It's about consistency.
That's it.
You know, like consistency. I'd say. I don't know.
That's good.
Yeah.
No, I fucks with that. What's up, guys? Just want to take a quick second to shout out my sponsors over at Grove Bags. Listen, Grove Bags are hands down the best way to store your cannabis. Forget jars, forget Mylars. Nobody does it like Grove Bags. Listen, it's a 6-layer, non-static bag. State-of-the-art technology. It's going to keep your weed fresher for longer. It keeps your cannabis between 58 and 62% humidity at all times, the optimal humidity to store cannabis. It's going to increase your shelf life, help prevent mold, weight reduction. Hands down, it's the best product out there. We don't use anything but Grove Bags at Good Pizza. And especially if your product is in stores, we all know there's some shelf life issues at the stores. This is going to keep your product lasting longer on those shelves. So when your customer goes to try it, it's going to be fresh cannabis. Listen, if you want to store your cannabis the proper way, use Grove Bags. Use promo code PIZZA with 3 Z's. That's PIZZZA. Tell them Good Pizza sent you. What's your why, bro? Why do you do it? What gets you up? What gets you going? What put your boots on in the morning?
Well,
Get to it.
I had kids when I was young. I have twins, boy girl twins, and I
Holy
think that
shit.
helped.
Congrats, Papa.
Yeah. I was like,
Hit a double. First
20,
fucking
I know,
round.
right? Can't, overachiever for sure.
Let's go.
So that definitely kept me like home busting my ass for
Yeah,
sure.
dude.
I
How old were you when you had your kids?
was like 24.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, I was 24. Yeah. So that kept me home just like crushing it. That's probably number one. Definitely.
Definitely, bro.
And then just like I love what I do.
Beautiful.
Like I love what I do.
You're a blessed man, sir.
Yeah.
Blessed man. You could tell, bro. You could tell. Shows in your work.
Yeah, thank you.
What's a weird skill you have?
A weird skill I
Any
have.
weird skill you care to share with us?
I could take a cannabis farm and make it profitable.
That's a weird skill for sure. That's a weird skill for sure. And a rare one.
Shit, that's hella funny. Oh my god.
I love that.
Oh fuck.
Any life hacks you care to share with us?
Life hacks.
I like cheat codes.
Man, not that I can think of. Life hacks.
You gave me one.
I know I did. That's when he said stop rolling because we were talking about it earlier, I think. What was it? I don't remember.
Dude, what was it? I'll tell you right now.
He said stop talking, we're not rolling.
I'll tell you right now.
Oh,
Your life
man.
hack
Yeah.
is... Oh, no. Fine.
There
I'm
it
bugging.
is.
I'm bugging. There it
it
is. Money doesn't buy happiness, but it buys an insane amount of happiness.
There we go. I didn't know what to say. I remember saying that. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's like an Eminem line. Money doesn't buy happiness. It buys an insane amount of happiness.
Yeah, that's a good one. I dig that. I definitely dig that. So, if you had a weed superpower, what would it be?
A weed superpower? Oh my god. Probably being able to find a new pheno before I have to take the year to 2 years to fucking grow it and figure it out.
That's a good one. And you know what's crazy, bro?
Being able to know that this seed is going to be the shit.
Yeah. Oh, God, it saves so much time.
Oh, my
frustration.
God. That would 100% be mine.
Dog, that has been coming up a lot lately, man.
Yeah.
That exact superpower, bro.
Yeah. That's funny
It's
because
a good
people
one.
all the time they're like, you know, like test these seeds and like stuff like that, and like I do love testing seeds and doing that, but with me and how we operate, it's like that's not me. Give me a fire ass clone and I will fucking show you the max potential of it at scale.
Yeah.
That's just me.
You're
you
not,
know?
you're
like
not
I'm
into
not
hunting. You're just like, bring me
I
the
just
fire.
it takes up space and fucking time and like I have
yeah.
so much going on. It's just like let the people, you know, that are
Decide.
doing that do that.
Yeah.
And then let me get that cut.
A tray if you could.
I've definitely had people say, you know, like buddies that have found some good stuff, like, oh, like, you know, maybe not necessarily wanting to give it to me because they don't want to see an acre of it.
Yeah. Right.
But also, you know, like, it's whatever. It's all fun.
It's all good, man. So when you get a cut from the homie, do you typically do a test run or just do
test
it light
run for
just
sure.
see if you like it and then ramp it up?
I have one 40 light indoor. I like to test stuff kind of in my indoor. It's kind of like my testing, even when I put in new variables of like maybe different stuff I want to try to feed or something like that, or the mini banger. Like those two small controlled environments are my kind of testing environments for sure.
Nice. What do you do? Just a couple plants? Or like
Usually
half a table.
Yeah, at least enough to like make it worth like a package run if it's good. Maybe like 10 pounds, 5 to 10 pounds.
Oh,
Something
so you're
like that.
doing at least 5 lights.
Yeah, something like that
Okay.
usually. Yeah.
Cool.
Well, yeah, the indoor it's like it'd be like 2 lights or something.
Okay.
You know, the last indoor run we did was our biggest yield ever. We did 129 pounds on 40 lights. It's like 3 1/4.
Whoa,
it was right
buddy.
before I added the under canopies, so we'll see how that goes
Ooh,
now.
would you get the Favens?
I did, yeah.
Nice. Shout out to Faven.
Yeah, I
Bobby
did get
Bags.
those. Yeah.
No doubt, man.
Yeah,
That's
I got
what's up.
those. That was I got those new faux lights too in the indoor, and that
Tight.
the LEDs are just like it's a game changer for sure.
Yeah, I love it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm working on Bobby. We're trying to get a sponsorship, Bobby.
Yeah.
What's up, baby?
Yeah.
We're going to drop you every episode, bro.
Yeah. Let's go.
That's my dog, man.
Yeah.
So, now, sir, you have to give us your top 3 strains of all time.
Oh man.
Okay, so 1 old school, 1 new school, and a desert island strain you stuck on the island with.
Okay.
For the
Old
rest of
school
your
is TK, the Triangle Kush, for sure. That's easy. I just like loved that OG. When I first got to Alder Point, Murder Mountain, we were rocking. That
Yeah,
shit
you
was
were.
gas. New strain, Zope. I like Zope.
Zope.
Yeah.
Nice. That's come up
Yeah.
quite a bit.
And then what was the third one?
Desert Island, bro. This is what you're smoking for the rest of your life.
Damn, the rest of my life.
That's it, dog. It's you on the island and this strain. But it's the
And it
best
can't
version.
be one of those first
The
two?
best. Oh, yeah.
It
you
could be?
do same for all 3.
Okay.
Actually, no, you can't. One's old school. But yeah, you can certainly double up.
All right. It's one strain, smoking for the rest of my life. I'd probably say the TK. I just,
OG's coming to the island.
bomb.
Another point for OG. I fucking think OG might be in the lead for the island. We're having a battle for the island.
Okay.
It's Skittles versus OG.
Got it. Yeah,
Since
yeah.
this show started. Mm-hmm. It's the most answered. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like Skittles too, for sure. I love Skittles, but OG, something for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gas.
The older I get, I think I'd because Skittles was my answer. My first answer was Area 41. Mm-hmm. By Alien Labs, it was Gelato 41 times Lemon Fuel OG. But then I changed it to Skittles, bro.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, could I smoke? Because I've been smoking a lot of fucking Z this past year.
That's the thing. That's the thing with
I
weed.
can't
You
smoke all
start
the time,
smoking,
dude.
a lot of it, then you're gonna choose something else.
Yeah.
1 month, next month, my answer might be different because I smoke OG this month.
Yeah, dude. I'm a Terps guy first,
Yeah.
but like, bro, I like to get high. Like, if I'm not getting high, like, I'm not.
Yeah,
We're not doing
That's
this.
why I wouldn't choose Skittles personally.
You feel me?
Like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to get high.
Fuck, bro. I think I'm gonna have to take OG back to that. We're gonna do a swap out for my answer.
Yeah.
If there was a strain you could bring back, what strain would it be?
Probably sour.
I
Probably.
respect that answer, my friend. You coming to New York this year for 420?
I'm not. I'm doing LA for 420, that Beehive
Nice.
event with the Secret Sesh guys.
Oh, nice, dude.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
yeah, we're the main sponsors at that
Oh,
one.
nice,
Should be
bro.
cool. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'll do LA. I mean, I'll do New York. I just, for my brand in Cali, I just don't feel like it. Like, I need to be in Cali for 420.
No doubt.
Like, I don't know how it helps me to go to New York.
No doubt. We got hella motion here.
Yeah.
So typically the people that go to New York don't got too much motion here. You
That's
feel me?
what I mean.
I'm from the East Coast, so like good pizza just makes sense out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I love reconnecting with my people out there and like seeing how much the East Coast, New York, New Jersey has progressed, especially New York. New Jersey's a little behind.
Yeah.
And like just something about partying in fucking New York with all my California homies just still trips me out. Like
Totally. That's cool.
how did I wind up here with all you guys? This is fucking fun.
Yeah. I feel like
know
that's
what I mean?
fun about all the weed events. Like, dude,
Yeah,
we were in
man.
Spain and like we were at a spa. I was at a spa with my lady and we're like underground in the spa and we have people like, you know, saying what's up and shit. And it's like,
nutty.
oh, like, dude, because we're all at Spanibus, you know,
Yeah.
and it's like, how, you know, or in Vegas, you'll see people at a club at like 2 a.m. and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, fuck, I haven't seen you for hella long. And
Yeah.
that's where you see them at the club in Vegas at 2 a.m.
It's trippy. It's
It's like,
trippy.
wow.
No, that's dope, bro.
Yeah.
I love that. Let's talk weed etiquette, bro. What is your smoking weed or growing pet peeve? What grinds your gears, sir?
Man, smoking.
Or growing?
Smoking
Whatever
is
cannabis
probably
related.
like nowadays. I feel like, especially when I'm with my buddies, we all just like smoke our own joints, you know. So when people are like, "Oh, pass that," you know,
You're
it's
like,
just
"No,
roll your own. There's like
bro."
a fucking pound on the table,
yeah,
dude. like you know.
Is this post-COVID vibes?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I feel
Or
like
we're
that
just
wouldn't
grown-ups
matter.
now.
I feel like that wouldn't matter. We're grown-ups.
We're
Like
grown,
we have
dude.
weed. Like
A lot
there's
of
so
it.
much weed.
We can't
Like,
smoke all
dog.
this weed, actually.
Like just roll, you know. Yeah. And usually that comes from the people that can't roll a fucking good ass joint, you know. And
There
it's
you
just
go.
like, come on, bro.
Yeah,
like
come on.
so that's a double pet peeve right there.
Yeah, like, come on, bro. Grow up, dude.
Yeah.
Roll a joint.
Yep, exactly.
I fuck with it.
And then growing, maybe just like, I don't know. When anyone thinks their way is the best way, it's just like everyone has
on
their
now.
different
Yeah,
methods.
dude,
so
it's
it's
all
like,
good.
bro, it's all good. We're all, you know, there's many ways to skin a cat or whatever that saying is.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a fact, bro.
literally. Like,
And there's so many ways to fucking grow a plant, bro.
Yeah.
There's so many ways in tech.
Yeah.
Ancient, new,
Yeah.
tried and true, you name it.
yeah,
You know
and just
what I'm
not
saying?
even being open to like hear, like, you know.
Yeah, that's
'Cause it's
crazy.
like, dude, like that's one of the things I feel like I learned in my master's program. It's like, you know, even the new guy you just hired, you listen to everything they have to say. Because yeah, maybe 9 out of 10 of their ideas are stupid, but it's that one idea you didn't think of
Yep.
because you're not fucking washing pots anymore.
Exactly. And they saw something you didn't see because they're in
And
the
then
trenches.
it saves you money. They're
Yep.
like it, you know, and they're, you know, stoked because they had some like say or
Yeah,
their morale
dude.
goes up. Like, you
Yeah.
know.
Well, I'm impressed of all the team building things you learned in college because I didn't go for my master's. I just did my business management, bachelor's or whatever. And it's a pretty basic, you know what I mean? If you just do business bachelor's, it's pretty basic. You know what I'm saying? You learn how to write like a proposal for a bank loan and shit,
Yeah.
like just basic shit. You know what I mean? But like you're learning things I learned after college when I was a seeker of knowledge, just learning about leadership and studying leadership and team building.
I think that was the master's program for sure.
For you,
More
yeah.
than the business.
Oh, yeah, dude.
The team. the
I'm
team
glad.
building.
I'm glad to hear that you learned shit like that with that high ticket you paid for getting your
Yeah,
masters. You
yeah,
know?
for sure. In Humboldt, like, you know, lots of people can grow good weed, but it's like the business side of things is where, like, you know,
Yeah.
it's like, how the hell am I the first person in Humboldt, being that I didn't grow up in Humboldt, with the first micro business at his house? You know,
Right.
it's like everyone should have, like, don't be mad at me. Y'all should have had that first. Like,
Definitely.
fucking A.
Definitely.
Like, I
feel
just,
like
like,
that's the dream.
you know, anytime the county wanted something, I was there 3 days later with it. Like,
Yeah.
paperwork or, like, someone signing something or money or whatever, you know?
Yeah. Just on top of your shit.
On top of it, you know. That's why I got it first too, is because I, like, every week I'd be like, all right, I gave you everything you want. What's next? You know?
Yeah.
Like, I'd be in there. I'm not like hiring a consultant to do that shit
No
for
doubt.
me. You know, like, we just, and then they see, like, your passion, I guess, too. And also they want you to get the fuck out of there. They're like,
Yeah, that's
we
it.
got to give this kid his permit because he does not stop coming in here.
Yeah. This kid's fucking ready. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, let's get him
Nice,
the
bro.
fuck off our list.
Favorite song to blaze to?
Illusions from Cypress Hill.
Oh, God
probably.
damn it.
Or like 2 a.m. by Slightly
Slightly
Stupid,
Stupid.
right? Some shit
This
like
guy's
that, you know?
Answers, dog. God damn.
Yeah.
I fuck with both
This
of those.
joint,
Heavy.
Slightly Stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, some shit like that.
Yeah, no doubt. Favorite place to smoke?
Right now,
Yeah.
on my boat, because I just got a new boat.
Right.
Yeah,
Shit.
on my boat.
Hell yeah.
But like anywhere
Okay,
with
boss.
water, you know, the beach, the lake.
Sick.
The
You got a big
river.
lake up by you, don't you?
I got one hour from my house. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, Lake Trinity. Yeah,
Fine.
and then Shasta's like 2 hours from my house. Whiskey
Nice,
Town's like
dude.
an hour and a half. So we got a couple lakes.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
That's dope, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Favorite stoner food?
Oh my God! Yesterday, me and my girlfriend were destroying goldfish.
What flavor?
So maybe just the cheddar ones.
Cheddar?
Goldfish.
Just OG
Yeah, yeah.
flavor? Nice.
It's hard because it's like one of those things you start eating and you can't stop. You know,
No, there's no eating one of those.
like you can't eat one goldfish.
You have to eat those by the handfuls, you know?
Literally.
I'm not a fucking kid
And
anymore.
you know, yeah. It's like one of those like take this away from me.
No.
I have to say take it away from me
Please.
type things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Goldfish.
We're going to take it a step deeper. What is your 1 a.m., you're cruising through the kitchen, high as a kite. You're a scumbag and you know it. You see it, you're eating all of it.
Eating all
What's
of
your
it 1
guilty
a.m.
pleasure? Late night snack.
Fucking milk with Hershey's Kisses.
Oh, he's crushing the kisses. Okay.
Right?
Regular?
I guess.
Or
regular. Yeah,
regular?
yeah. Just
Okay.
chocolate Hershey's Kisses.
It's a classic man,
Fire.
folks.
Yeah.
I like it.
For sure. Yeah.
What's the first smoking device you ever had to MacGyver as a kid?
I mean, obviously we did the apples first.
Apple's a
But
good
like
one.
I remember cutting out
Keeping it healthy.
the like gravity bongs, you know,
Oh,
like
yeah.
having a trash can
Those
with
shady
water
gravity
in
bars.
it.
Ooh, trash
So,
can.
you know,
Damn,
with
you were
like,
the big boy.
Yeah, I'm just like,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
those were crazy. I had a gas mask growing up. That was cool.
Oh,
I always had
yeah.
I always had like tons of different smoking things. Like now I have tons of glass. Like I have a retarded amount of like Mr. Gray, Banjo, Darby, like glass. Just from like being in Humboldt, those guys all smoked. Like
Yeah.
either like trading them for because they knew people buying the shatter and stuff
Okay.
like that back in the day,
Okay.
or like, you know, like,
Get some heady glass off the trade.
dude, I have
Love
so much
that.
glass. It's like
Fuck yeah.
ridiculous. Yeah. A lot of glass.
If you could smoke maybe some of that glass pieces, with two people, one that's still alive, one that's no longer here with us, who would they be?
Alive, David Ortiz from the Red Sox. They're both sports people, and then dead Kobe
Cool.
because of his mentality. I would just like,
Yeah.
you know,
Kobe's been coming up a lot lately, man.
mentality for sure.
Yeah,
Because
hell
that's,
yeah.
you know, yeah.
I dig that. Do you know where I could find a good pizza joint around here or anywhere in California? Do you have any recommendations for me?
Good pizza joint in California.
Is that an oxymoron?
It's not in Willow Creek. I'll tell you
No
that.
doubt.
Tell you that.
No doubt.
It's not in my small town.
No doubt.
Yeah, that might be an oxymoron.
No,
Fly
it's
to
all
New
good,
York.
bro. Yeah, I'm about to. I can put you on to some spots.
Yeah,
I can
cool.
put you- we have some.
Cool.
We have some good pizza here right
Yeah,
now. From
okay.
Shout out to Anonimo. Appreciate y'all for the kindness and
Got
the
it.
sponsorship. We got some
Nice.
Sacktown pizza for you.
Nice. Hell
Yep.
yeah.
So, if you could shout out one of your favorite plugs from back in the day, bro. You don't gotta say their real name, but just give them some love, man. Shout them out real quick.
My favorite
Somebody
plug
took
from
care of
back
you.
in the day.
You called them, they were there for you. They hooked it up fat.
I'd say Sam, for
Shout out to
sure.
Sam.
Sam's the man. I still work with Sam to this day.
That was my next question. You still know Sam.
Mhm.
So listen, June 16th rolls around. Get him a gift, bro. That's National Plug Day.
Okay, National Plug
Yeah.
Day, June 16th.
June 16th.
Got it. Hell yeah.
Yes, sir.
Nice. I better get a bunch of gifts fucking that day, boys.
Yeah, you feel me? Yo, no bullshit. I get gifts, bro. Shout out my boy Chopper.
better
Shout
get
out to
some
Joey
gifts.
Pesha. They send me Plug Day gifts every year, man. It's my family from the East Coast, bro. They give it up.
Nice. Yeah, I'd say Sam.
My mom sends me a card too.
Reed. I should mention Reed because Reed introduced me to Sam. My buddy Reed.
Tight, tight.
He's in North Carolina now.
Tight.
Definitely Reed. He bought the first pound of shatter from me.
Ooh,
First pound I
nice.
ever sold a shatter was him. So
Nice. Can't
yeah,
forget Reed.
Reed.
Shout out
Yeah,
to Reed.
Shout out to Reed. Regis.
Nice, bro. So hit us with the best and the worst advice somebody ever gave you. No particular order.
Let's see. Worst advice. Let's partner up. Worst advice is let's partner
Seen
up.
that movie before.
Oh shit. Best advice was probably I don't know who told it to me, just the saying you only go as far as your weakest link.
Yep.
I feel like that's so important
Yep.
for sure. Just like, yeah.
Yo, by the way, the best advice answers aren't like the long drawn out ones. It's the little one. It's the just do it. It's the don't quit. It's the that's like it's the most basic shit. But it holds the most weight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. So before we knock out these rapid fire questions and wrap this episode up, brother, I got one more question for you. If you could go back to the young you, the day before you jumped in the game, what would you tell you?
Man. Do things slow down. Don't I always felt like we expanded slow, but I'm kind of like the guy where like if I see something I wanted, I make it like it's gonna happen. You know what I mean? So maybe like slow down a little bit on that. You know, the impulsive like property grab or something like that.
No doubt. You move fast.
Yeah, I move fast. Now my saying is like adjacent parcels or bust. Like before, like last year, I would try to take on spots a little too far away. You know.
Got you.
Now it's like, dude, there's so much opportunity like right next, like in my neighborhood. It's like
nice, dude.
Adjacent parcels are bust.
Okay. No, that's good. I dig that. Good shit, bro. Yeah. So now we're going to flow into the rapid fire questions. These are one word answers, so try to keep them one word.
One word answer. All right.
No right or wrong answer.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm ready.
You like to smoke in the hot or the cold?
Cold.
Joints or blunts?
Joints.
Ins or deps?
Deps.
E-rig or rig?
Rig.
Cold start or hot start?
Hot start.
Bongs or bowls?
Bongs or bowls?
Like pipes or
got it.
bongs.
Bong.
Street smarts or book smarts?
Street smarts.
Fear or respect?
Respect.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Batman or Superman?
Batman.
Haze or sour?
Sour.
Nas or Jay-Z?
Nas.
Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat?
Mortal Kombat.
Favorite Ninja Turtle?
Michelangelo.
80s or 90s?
90s.
Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
You weren't around the 80s, were you?
Fuck no. Fuck no.
Pizza or tacos?
Tacos.
Pizza with pineapples or no pineapples?
No pineapple.
Tacos or burritos?
Tacos.
Mozzarella sticks or nachos?
Nachos.
Syrup or syrup?
Syrup? Yeah, syrup for sure.
Beach or snow?
Beach.
In-N-Out or Five Guys?
In-N-Out.
Cheetos or Flamin' Hot Cheetos?
Cheetos.
The Wire or The Sopranos?
Sopranos.
Pacino or De Niro?
De Niro.
Godfather 1, 2, or 3?
Godfather 1.
Comedy or horror?
Comedy. I hate horror.
Freddy or Jason?
Jason.
Netflix or YouTube?
Netflix.
Morning light or morning person or vampire life? God, I can't even talk.
Morning.
Blackjack or poker?
Poker.
Breakfast or dinner?
Dinner.
Text message or a phone call?
Phone call.
Automatic or revolver? Did I ask you that already? Automatic or revolver?
Automatic.
You have to smoke Jack or Blue Dream for the rest of your life. What are you going with, pal?
Can I kill myself? I'm just kidding. Blue Dream.
It just depends on how long you want to smoke Jack or Blue Dream.
Blue Dream.
If you could bring back one dinosaur for your pet, what dinosaur would you choose? He'll do whatever you say.
A T-Rex.
Body Shot or Face Shot by Mike Tyson?
Man. Body shot.
Shot of 151 or a hot dab?
Shot of 151.
Candy or gas?
Gas.
Tupac or Biggie?
Biggie.
Wu-Tang or Death Row?
Death Row.
Nice. Mm-hmm. Well done, sir.
Did I do all right?
You did good, bro. You did good. You missed one question, but you did good.
The pizza one, huh?
Yeah.
I knew it, dude.
Good,
I knew it.
I respect people who have the balls to say taco on my show.
Taco, dog.
You're showing me your authentic self.
Yeah, I'm me, dog.
You know what I'm saying? If it's tacos, it's tacos. Right, Ruben?
Yeah.
All right, cool, man. So, great episode, man. It was awesome getting to know you on the show, man. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your story and all that game with us, bro. If you could, or before we get out of here, let's share with people, like, I like to share with people the power of networking, man. Like, how do we meet, and who do you know that I should get on the show? So, I believe we met just
we met at Ego Clash.
We met, yeah,
right?
at Ego Clash.
Yeah, we met at Ego Clash. Yeah.
Physically met at Ego Clash.
I don't remember. Someone brought you up to me. I forget who.
Yeah, maybe
Buddies Bodega guys, maybe.
No,
was it Brandon himself?
No, maybe Nosh.
It was Doug from Sticker Farmer. Wasn't it? It was Doug.
Yeah. Sticker Farmer.
Doug.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he's the man.
And
we won that Ego Clash, by the way. We won first place.
Yes, you did, bro. Yeah, congrats, man.
yeah.
Fuck yeah.
It was sick. Yeah,
Sick.
super sick. Yeah. Who you should have on the show here? You should have Cody from Exotic Flavors for sure. He's in Sohum. I'm in Northern Humboldt. We do like our,
dope,
our booths and marketing stuff together. He
that,
holds down Southern Humboldt. We hold down Northern Humboldt.
Oh, sick, bro.
He's got, he's got like 11 acres of canopy now. We're at like 7.
And he's cranking out heat too.
Deps all day. Best deps in the world, for sure.
Yeah.
Consistency. Great team.
We're in
great
talks,
people.
Bro. We're in talks, bro. I was supposed to get him on the show. I'm gonna reconnect with him.
Yeah.
Or just throw us in a 3-way text, man. We'll put it together.
Get Cody on the show for
Definitely,
sure.
bro.
Yep,
Definitely.
Yep. Make him smoke a joint too.
I will. So yo, if we can reach into our network and help you with anything, please plug whatever you want to plug. Where can people find you, et cetera, et cetera?
Terp Mansion on Instagram. That's basically it. We have TerpMansion.com. Yeah.
Nice, bro. Thank you, man.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate
Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
You already know, man. Terp Mansion, good pizza. Hit the Patreon, support the show. We appreciate you guys. Thank you for all the support from all of our Patreons, all our followers. Please like and subscribe. It really helps us. We'll see y'all soon, man. Peace, love, good pizza. We up out of here.
Thanks, guys. Let's go get some tacos.
Yes.